Greetings, salutations, respect, and love, my precious children. Welcome to the Prog Corner. My name is Scott, and today's episode is brought to you by the letter W. Let's see what we got. Wire, Weezer, Wishbone Ash, The Wrens, Wobbler, Steven Wilson, Wally, Wigwam, Weather Report, who's all up there, Edgar Winter, The Who, and Rick Wakeman. That's my lineup today. I have no idea why I decided to do it like that. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about the 27 Club. What is it? And why are all these musicians dying when they're 27 years old? Well, maybe it started with John Merrick, the Elephant Man, who was the first member of the 27 Club. Maybe he put a spell or put a curse on everybody. But I'm thinking it has more to do with Robert Johnson. He was born in Mississippi, and he died at the age of 27 after recording exactly 29 songs. And I guess he was playing some honky-tonk in deep Mississippi, and he was hitting on the owner's girlfriend, and he poisoned his beer or whatever. But I don't think that's it. I think he put a curse on all musicians for the end of time. Maybe it was something at the crossroads. Maybe the deal with the devil that Robert Johnson made. Cursing all musicians for eternity to die at the age of 27. Robert Johnson was born, I don't know when he was born, actually. I think he was born in 1917, died in 1938. He is the actual first member of the 27 Club. But then you got Brian Jones, died July 3rd, 1969. He got drunk and did a bunch of drugs and decided he'd go swimming. Not a great idea. Brian Jones was absolutely my favorite member of the Rolling Stones, and after he left, I was a little less interested in the band. Next up, Alan Wilson. This is a guy that was in Canned Heat, played the harmonica and sang that song Going Up the Country. Everybody knows it. Jimi Hendrix died September 18th, 1970. Drugs, once again, a major part of this. And then you had just 2 weeks later, Janice Joplin died October 4th, 1970. I love her. Probably my favorite female vocalist of all time. And then the following year, 1971, Jim Morrison dies in Paris. Couple years later, the drummer for the Grateful Dead, Pigpen McKernan, dies March 8th, 1973. And then the power of the curse, the power of this absolute curse, shows its influence in bizarre ways. The woman who was Jim Morrison's companion, who actually discovered him dead in Paris in 1971. Well, here we go, 3 years later, she dies, and guess how old she was? Yes, Pamela Corson died April 25th, 1974. The next year, Dave Alexander, the bass player for the Stooges. Guess what happened on February 10th? Yeah, he died. And also 1975, a couple months later, April 24th, Pete Hamm from Badfinger. Man, if ever there was a band that had bad luck right from the beginning, it was Badfinger. And they got screwed over so bad from bad management deals and bad record contracts that guess he figured the only way out was to kill himself. Later on in 1975, Gary Thane, the bass player for Uriah Heep, dies. 1977, actually May 3rd, Helmut Kohlin from Triumvirate. He was listening to some demos of a solo album he was working on in his car, and he died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Clearly a suicide deal there. The next year, December 27, 1978, Chris Bell from Big Star died. I love Big Star. They're fantastic. 1985, December 22nd, one that really hit hard for me personally, the great and powerful D. Boone from Minutemen. Man, I love Minutemen. What a great and tragic loss. His death was 1989. Pete Defrida from Echo and the Bunnymen, their drummer who was on their first 4 or 5 albums, he died. Then we're going to 1993 on July 7th. Mia Zapata from the band The Gits gets murdered on her way home after a gig in Seattle. Just a great loss. Another Seattle connection here. Kurt Cobain, April 5th. 1994, takes his own life, and for some reason it takes Courtney Love 3 days to find his body, even though you could see it from the street. Something ain't right there. Staying in the grunge era, later that same year, June 16th, 1994, Christian Fauf from Hole, she died. Another drug type of thing. I guess she died of an overdose. February 1st, 1995, Richie Edwards from the Manic Street Preachers disappears. He went for a walk and they never saw him again. Well, I guess they did find his body later on. Now we're jumping into the modern era, 2003, and May 25th, Jeremy Ward from the Mars Volta died, and finally, the final member of the 27 Club we're talking about today, Amy Winehouse, July 23rd, 2011. She gave up the ghost. I guess it was an alcohol poisoning type of situation. It's just incredible. Statistically speaking, mathematicians are saying there's no anomaly here. There's nothing to see here. Well, Google musicians who died at 26, and then Google musicians who died at 28, and you'll see there's something really weird going on here, man. Why are all these musicians dying at 27? I don't have any idea. It might have been the devil at the crossroads. It might have been the bartender in Mississippi putting a curse on musicians, trying to steal his woman. I don't know, but it's real. It's a thing. It's happening. And to all musicians out there under the age of 27, man, don't give up the ghost. It's too permanent a decision. Don't do it. Don't do it. The 27 Club has always fascinated me, and I know there's something going on here. I don't know what exactly, but anyway, I just wanted to have a little bit of fun today. The last couple weeks, I've been really working hard trying to put some content out there that's getting some big numbers, and you know how that goes. Yeah, it's hit and miss, but we are this close away, real close to hitting 4,000 subscribers. Thank you, guys. I'm not going to ask you to hit that subscribe button because you know exactly what to do. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you will. If you don't, you won't. And that's all good. Next week, I'll be going back to some series that I've been working on over the last year. World Prog. We've got a new country we're going to talk about next week. I am not going to give it away. It's going to be awesome, though. And then I'm looking at ranking the albums from 2011. I've been going back and doing all the years. 2011 is up next. And I just want to give a quick shout out to an artist that just sent me a CD. I'm talking to you guys. Clytus. I haven't heard it. I'm going to pop this in the car while I'm working today, while I'm driving around. So I'm really looking forward to that. But to all artists out there, if you want me to talk about your band, man, sending me a link to your Bandcamp is great and all. That's super. But man, nothing gets my attention like physical copies of your product. If you don't believe in your product enough to send out a couple promo copies, then you either don't believe enough in your own music or you don't believe in my ability to move units, in which case, either way, see you later, peace. I don't need you and you don't need me. But I'm here to tell you, I move units, man. If you want me to talk about your band, give me a reason to talk about your band. It's really not that complicated. Anyway, man, it's been a great couple of weeks on the channel. I love you guys. Next week's going to be even better. Anyway, the new Yes album drops in a couple days. You've been watching all the videos, people reviewing it and talking about it, but it's amazing. Anyway, I'm Scott. You're in the Prog Corner. Peace in the Middle East, and God save King Charles III. Because if we don't help him out, who will? Peace.